welcome to watch Sunshine Vibes TV. Here are the new updates as of July 1st, 2021, traveling from the U.S. to Jamaica. This is what the CDC recommends, but the question is Jamaica open for travel? Can I travel to Jamaica right now in July or this summer? So the answer to your question is yes. However, you must be pre-approved. Whether you're a Jamaican citizen or U.S. citizen, you must fill out our authorization form. And it has to be within 7 days of your travel. This is what the form looks like. And then you will have to fill out an accommodations form. I selected Form B because I'll be staying in my family's home. Once the application has been submitted with all the accurate information, they will get back to you. All travelers age 12 and older must have a negative CPR or antigen test. On your documentation for your exam, it should specify what type of test you took and the negative detection. And it is imperative that you take this exam 72 hours within your travel, and you must show it to the airline, else they won't let you on the plane. The next important thing you must travel with is your up-to-date passport. Now you're all set to travel if you haven't been to Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Chile, Paraguay, or Peru. So if you've been to these countries, you have to quarantine 14 days before traveling to Jamaica. Give yourself ample time to get to the airport. I arrive at the airport 2 to 3 hours before my flight, but you should confirm the time with your airline carrier. Here we are, off to Jamaica. Traveling from JFK Airport.
American Airlines announced the final boarding hold for flight number 1349 non-stop service to Montego Bay through gate number 8.
Okay, y'all, that's my flight. Let's get on the plane.
Are so important to us. Let's go through some in-flight instructions so we can get you safely on your way. First, make sure your seat is upright, all larger electronic devices are put away, and your tray table is stowed. Seat back device holders must be stowed for taxi, takeoff, and landing.
Sunshine Vibes TV will be taking over the flight, so please watch the full video so you can be correctly informed for your travel to Jamaica. Our flight today from JFK to Montego Bay is approximately 3.5 hours. So as the aircraft taxis, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Sunshine Vibes TV. And don't forget to put your post notification bells on so you know every time I post the video. Unless you're eating or drinking, all face mask coverings shall be worn through the duration of the flight. Even though it looks like rain and the skies are cloudy, it's gonna be a beautiful day. So let's just have a silent moment of prayer as we enter God's big, beautiful skies. If you do not want to wait on the long lines to fill out your custom immigration form, it is your choice and it's optional that you fill it out while you're on the plane. You will need to have them filled out when you reach that point. Sit back and relax as you take this flight from JFK to Montego Bay with Sunshine Vibes TV as we go up, up, up into the beautiful blue skies. Aircraft will be landing shortly as we now look over the beautiful Montego Bay. We will be arriving in Montego Bay a little earlier than expected. Remain seated, seatbelts fastened, and prepare for landing. Thank God we made it safely. Now let's continue. Once you're off the plane, you'll be greeted by personnel that will lead you to the kiosk. Here you will insert your information, follow the prompts. This is the form that you would give to Immigrations and Customs. So when you input your information here, this can definitely be a time saver, so you don't have to wait on the long lines. Now, if you're unfamiliar on how to use this system, don't worry. There will be face-to-face personnel that will retrieve your documentation once you reach this point. Next, you will undergo a health screening. Here they will ask you questions about your health, where you're staying, and so forth. They are definitely going to take your temperature. And if your temperature is good, then you're free to go to the next step, which will be Immigrations, Customs if you didn't use the kiosk. If you have bags and baggage claim, you can collect them, and now you're free to go to your final destination. However, if your temperature comes back high and it doesn't clear, you will have to take another COVID test. And this will be at your own expense, and if that test comes back positive, you will have to quarantine. If this expense is not covered in your airline ticket, you may want to look into insurance. Jamaica's Ministry of Health and Wellness has developed protocols for this situation. Jamaica Cares is a travel insurance program for all non-resident visitors. Please read this information. So what are the quarantine rules? If you're staying outside of the resilient corridors, even though you have a negative COVID test, if you're fully vaccinated, you must quarantine for 8 days. If you're not fully vaccinated, 14 days. And you must remain at this location for your entire quarantine. So can you go outside? Yes, you have to follow the protocols. So what happens if your trip is not 8 or 14 days long? Don't panic, you're not stuck. On the date that you are supposed to travel back home, you just do so, providing a negative COVID test, which we will discuss. Please read this thoroughly. There are prohibitions on hotels, gatherings, public transportation, and curfew. Now, if you're staying within the resilient corridors, vaccinated or not, with a negative COVID test, you do not need to quarantine. Here are the 8 steps to safe travel. Social distance, and don't forget your mask. There are different protocols for business travelers. While traveling for business, and you're staying less than 14 days, you will be required to take a second COVID test. And the good news is it takes 15 minutes to have it done. All travelers can take the COVID antigen test right there at the airport for $50 US. And just keep in mind, when traveling back from Jamaica to America, you will need to provide a negative COVID test to your airline carrier. The Kingston Business District is open, but they also have restrictions. Here is the travel advisory. Always inquire about this before you plan your trip. Here are the U.S. Embassy's fax and phone numbers in Jamaica. Jamaica is undergoing rain season and a little hurricane, so don't forget to take your umbrella. It can't rain forever. If there's any other questions you may have, drop it in the comments and I'll get right back to you. Well, I hope this video has been useful, helpful, and informative. For extra information, go to my description box below. Safe travels and have an awesome trip. Stay tuned for my upcoming videos, and thanks for watching Sunshine Vibes TV.